myself short today. Feels like I fell 1,000 times. Nothing but doubt to flood my mind. 'Cause sometimes it's hard to remember why I ever started racing with my dreams.
Though I gave you these wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth.
Yours is a long road, my friend, and it stretches onto places beyond imagining. With your every step, these grand adventures shall grow more distant and faint. And there may come a day when you forget the faces and voices of those you have met along the way. I bid you remember this, that no matter how far your journey may take you, you stand where you stand by virtue of the road you walked to get there. For in times of hardship, when you fear you cannot go on, the joy you have known, the pain you have felt, the prayers you have whispered and answered, they shall ever be your strength and your comfort. This I hope, I believe. Here at memory's end. Here at memory's end.
Duet.
You say, here at memory's end. You walk where you walk by virtue of the path you walked. You walked.
Is that how it goes?
What does he say? What does he say?
You stand where you stand.
Oh, you stand where you stand by virtue of the path you walk to get there. It's not you walked where you walk to walk where you walk to walk.
If you find the game too easy or too difficult, remember you can change the difficulty settings in the options section.
This girl is telling us that we sucked at this game, so she was like, "Hey, if it was too hard last time, you know, you should probably change it to easy mode." You remember what happened last time?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we played some crazy characters.
You're invested in this one, if you remember. All right. I don't remember their names, but I remember the things that happened. So we'll figure it out. Let's see who's up next. Loading.
I'm excited. Did you have anything you wanted to say there?
Screw changing out toilets. Oh, it's her. Uh-oh. It's the girl with the dad.
Fuck, here we go. Where's Bodrick?
Todd.
Why are you waking him up? Why would you wake him up? He a dick.
I hate this, aren't I?
What is this?
Dinner is ready.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Did I already make dinner? I haven't made dinner yet. Oh, serve food. Okay.
Bro, there's got to be some ethics with these spots. If I walk into a house as a mandated reporter and I see any type of drug usage, I am supposed to leave the house immediately and call the police.
Oh, turned on the light. Oh, there's something else. There's another. Turned on the light.
So the fact that the bot can like see him just doing drugs out in the open in front of a child is crazy to me.
Insane. Okay, the food is over there. Am I allowed to stand here again? Let me turn on the light. Okay. Okay.
There wasn't much in the kitchen. I did what I could.
Scary.
Slowly put it down. Oh, it says her name on her jacket.
See.
Serve out. Slowly.
Life's funny. I lost my job because of androids.
Here we go.
And when I need somebody to take care of this goddamn house, what do? I go out and hire a fucking android. What a joke.
It's not like he's taking care of the house, you know?
I'm not giving him water.
Of course, androids are so
Screw this
fucking
guy.
wonderful. They never fail. They're never tired. Never sad. They're so fucking perfect. They
It's gonna
ruin
make
my
me
fucking
cleaning
life.
it up worse because he's gonna get mad and throw this thing away. So I'm not gonna give him any water. Oh,
I don't know if you can just not.
dang it.
I think the story needs you to.
No.
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 You don't get
No.
you get water? No. No.
No.
This is the worst thing you could do to me as a server in a restaurant is not give me water. So I refuse to give this person any water. No.
No.
This is what they do. I said no.
No.
Oh no.
Damn it.
What are you looking at?
Why would you say that to your child?
What's your fucking problem?
Why would you say that to your child?
Podrick is there. If you're there,
Not the life you
is this
dreamed
where
of, eh?
Things happen.
Maybe you think this is easy. Maybe you think it's my fault we live in this fucking shithole. My fault your fucking mother took off. You should
is.
stop taking drugs, Todd. Sometimes you really scare me, Todd.
Why
Fucking
didn't
bitch
she
took
take the
off
kid
without a
with
word.
her?
Fucking whore walked out on me for a fucking accountant. It's all your fault.
Daddy, no!
It's all your fucking fault.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning for child abuse.
Get back here.
Android, what are you
Back
doing?
here? Come
Why did
back
you
here
not
right
intervene?
now! You stay there. Don't you dare fucking move, or I'll bust you worse than last time. Took
you not
off
move?
without a word.
I didn't even eat.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's her inner being is breaking the wall. Oh, and she. I broke through.
It happened again.
I soulified.
This must be what happened last time.
I soulified. I got a soul. Oh, screw that. I'm not reasoning with no Todd.
There's no reasoning with it.
Happy. I could have had a family, but no! Shit about how I felt. Did everything I could to make her.
No, we're gonna go save her. We're just gonna go over
I just
here.
wasn't good enough
Go
for
in a
her.
freaking pocket. Let's go out through the window.
He's coming! He's gonna hurt me! Run! Get away, or he's gonna break you like last time!
Run with Alice. Lock group.
Alice! Alice! Daddy's coming!
Yeah.
You need to be taught a lesson.
Better lock it fast.
No, it wasn't working.
What the fuck are you doing here?
It wasn't
out of my
working.
way!
I want to load. Refuse.
No. I won't let you hurt her.
We should have run away.
Won't let me? What the fuck are you talking about? You're just a goddamn piece of plastic. You seem to have a problem, and I'm gonna fix it for good.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, quick actions.
Watch
Kick him in
out,
the face.
Tara!
New attempt. Oh no!
People like kicked off her skin.
Stop, Dad! Don't hurt her!
No, no!
Leave her alone!
Do as I say!
Oh no! There we go. Knocked him out. We didn't have to run away or nothing. Kick him in the face. Knock him out. Kick him in the face.
Come here. You ain't going nowhere.
Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Hit this dude with a chair.
Please stop! Stop!
How are we still in this house? Oh no! Throw her over! He can't. He's too fat. He can't go over. How do you run? Run! Go to the bus! Oh, you're not allowed in there. You have a dot on your head. Patrick thought we were gonna kill people. That's not true. I've played Heavy Rain. How did that go? How was that? Wow, there's so many things that could have happened. All right, let's look at the world stats to see how we fared in the world. Ooh-wee. Okay, dinner's ready. Todd gets mad. Breaks programming. Of course, who would not break programming? Who's the silly people who would try to talk to Todd? Because Todd's that's just silly. Kara becomes deviant. Yes, of course. Okay, we go upstairs, of course. And who would talk to Todd again? Nobody. Nobody. But there was a thing. There was something else that could happen here. Something else could have happened. Okay. Okay. Get to Alice before Todd. We got it. 24%. Oh my gosh. Nobody else had Todd coming. And nobody else ran out of time.
Everybody else did it, babe.
Todd breaks into the bedroom. Oh my gosh, 3%. Defended Alice. All right, we got it. We stunned Todd. We left the room. Todd chases Kara. Try the front door. Failed. Failed to open front door. 12%. Oh man. You know, it sucks because we're using a PlayStation controller and all the keybinds are...
And not a what?
They're all in Xbox controllers, so I'm kind of lost sometimes. Are you okay, wifey? Are you okay?
This is a really big trigger warning.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so bright. Oh my gosh, wifey. You need to take a break.
I'll be back.
Okay, she needs to take a break. Bodrick did give us a trigger warning. Oh man. Let's see. Camera. Dramatic. There we go. You okay, wifey?
I'm okay.
Oh. There was some craziness happening in that one. Oh, man.
Feelings are valid.
Oh. We knew he was a dick, wifey. We were expecting him to be a dick. That's why we were saving her from that situation.
That's not why I'm crying.
What happened?
What do you mean, what happened?
Should I talk about it, wifey?
Let's talk about it.
Okay. We can talk about it later.
Do you want me to talk about it?
If you're free to talk about it.
I'll probably keep crying.
Oh. We can go on if you like. Well, we'll keep analyzing the many things we did that other people did not. So we fought downstairs and we won and we escaped from Todd. Good job, us. And we escaped via the yard and caught the... What? There was another way. We could have caught something else. Oh, we could have gotten caught by Todd. Oh, man. I think we got the good ending. 39%. Not everybody got 39%.
Good.
So I think we got a decent ending in that one. Yeah. Look at that. I mean, they're one of two endings, I suppose, that lasts till the end. So he could have caught us or we could have got out. So, phew. That was intense.
How are you? Are you okay?
I'm okay, wifey.
How are you okay?
I was very adrenaline shot by trying to press all the buttons.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we're... Oh, no, it's stuck in your eye.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no, it's on the side of your eye.
I didn't get tissue. I didn't have tissue. I got toilet paper. So it's like sticking to my face.
We have tissue in the room. Would you like me to go get it?
It's not the first time I've cried today.
Oh, no. You already cried today.
See, you saw me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah. Anyway.
Any Hoosiers.
Oh, we're just going to continue on with the story?
We're going to continue because wife needs to take a breather. Oh, now
That
we're
was
going
by
to deal
far
with
the
this
most
dick of a
boring
son.
party I've been to in the last 25 years. Every time I go to one of these, I ask myself, what the hell am I doing here? I hate cocktail parties and all the schmoozers that go there.
Well, it's a chance for all those people who admire your work to meet you.
Yeah. No one gives a damn about art. All they care about is how much money they're gonna make out of it. Come on, let's have a drink. Oh, the excitement of this whole thing has made me thirsty.
All right, Hugh, let's go for a quick spin before we move on. Giving him a ride before we move on.
Scotch? Neat as usual?
Absolutely.
Okay, but you know what your doctor would say.
Yeah, well, he can kiss my ass. I'm old enough to choose my own medication. Did you leave the light on in the studio?
Uh-oh.
No, I'm sure I didn't.
Call the police.
Detroit Police, what's your emergency?
This is Carl Manfred's android at 8941 Lafayette Avenue. We've just returned home and found the lights on. There may have been a break-in.
A patrol car is on the way.
Let's go check it out.
Oh, no. Other things are happening. I will need to move Carl out of here. No. I'm gonna move you out of here, Carl, before we go look at it. Where was the elevator again? Oh, no, he had a... Oh, no. Oh, no. Can't. I'm gonna move you as far away as I can, Carl. Wait, is that his name? Carl? How do I drop him? Where's the living room? This is not the living room. That's the dining room. Nope. Alright, I guess I'm taking him to go check this out.
Sounds like a bad idea.
Uh-oh. There's somebody there.
Yeah.
No, Carl, stay in here. I don't know how to drop you.
Right. Maybe the one that should go is the able-bodied
Yeah.
android
I don't know how to drop him, though.
with super strength.
I don't know how to drop him.
I don't. I wonder if the game won't allow you to.
Yeah. Now he wants us to go check the studio together. Oh, man. That was the wrong choice. Making all the wrong choices. Dick of a son is over here.
Leo! What are you doing?
You refuse to help me, so I'm helping myself. It's crazy what some people pay for this shit.
Don't touch him.
Look, they're all gonna be mine sooner or later anyway.
Oh.
Just think of it as a down payment on my inheritance.
Marcus, get him away from there. Get him out of here.
Make Leo leave.
Things you should not say to your parents.
All right. What should we do to make Leo leave? Talk to him. Order, advice, warn.
Was reason one?
Reason, order, advice, or warn.
I thought I saw reason. Maybe reason first. See what happens.
I don't know if he's a reasoning kind of dude. He won't listen to us because he hates us.
Well, yeah. But is ordering him out or threatening him really gonna help?
I think threatening him will work a lot. But we'll reason with him.
Be reasonable. This isn't gonna get you anywhere.
All you ever do is tell me to go away. What's wrong, Dad? Not good enough for you? Not perfect like this fucking thing?
That's enough. Get out right now.
What makes it so special anyway, huh? What's it got that I don't?
Leave him alone.
Come on, let's see what you got.
Marcus, don't defend yourself. You hear me? Don't do anything.
He's about to break his wall too.
Go ahead, hit me. What you waiting for? Think you're a man? Act like one.
Stop it.
What's the matter? Too much of a pussy?
Stop it, Leo. Stop it.
Just scared to fight back, you fucking bitch.
Do it.
Wow. I am now deviant mode.
Oh, right, that's right. I forgot you're not a real person. You're just a fucking piece of plastic.
Oh, Leo, leave him alone.
I'm gonna destroy you. Then it'll just be me and my dad. I'm gonna tear you apart, and nobody's gonna give a shit. You know why? Because you're nothing. You hear me? You're nothing. Carl, no!
We have to honor his last wishes.
Humans. Fragile machines.
Carl, don't leave, okay? Please don't go. Don't leave.
Remember, Marcus,
How is he crying?
don't let anybody tell you who you are.
No. No. Dad.
No, please. This is all your fault. This never would have happened if it weren't for you.
Don't do anything.
No, he's gonna kill Leo. Good thing
The android. It was the android.
Oh my god.
We should have defended ourselves.
Fuck.
Dang it.
Can we replay all of these?
Leo accused Marcus. That dick.
Well, I mean, if the cops had showed up and we had really fucked Leo up, like we would have been deemed deviant anyway.
I think they would have shot the dude because Android had called for what do you call it? Android had called 911.
Yeah.
Someone had come in and he was not told. They weren't told. So, all right. I think we did a good choice there. I think they shot the other dude and not us.
Think?
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out in the next go. Oh, we're moving on. Okay.
Why'd you kill him?
Oh, what happened?
What happened before you took that knife?
Why?
I feel like we need a debrief, man.
Oh, you just said we're going on.
How long were you in the attic?
Oh, this is the dude we found in the attic that killed the other dude.
Why didn't you even try to run away? Say something, goddammit! Fuck it, I'm out of here. We're wasting our time interrogating a machine. We'll get nothing out of it.
You could always try roughing it up a little. After all, it's not human.
Androids don't feel pain. You would only damage it, and that wouldn't make it talk. Deviants also have a tendency to self-destruct when they're in stressful situations.
Okay, smartass. What should we do then?
I could try questioning it.
What do we have to lose? Go ahead. Suspect's all yours.
Oh, was his arm weird? Why was his hand weird looking?
Oh, it flashes back to skin.
What the fuck is it doing now?
Let's look at the file. I mean, we don't need to look at the files. We were there.
Sure. Anything that we missed from that's in the files?
I don't think so.
How strong is this this cord that's tying him down? Like, these androids are fucking strong.
Are they though? Because Kara didn't kill that dude. Alright. Let's take a seat. Okay, analyze. Boom. Oh. Signs of software instability, probability of self-destruction. There. Ortiz Carlos, HGB, hemoglobin. Hit marks non-critical, level 2 caused by baseball bat. Repeated marking over 16 months caused by cigarettes. property of Carlos Ortiz.
Alright. That's what I figured happened.
Level of stress, 35%. Wounds.
You're damaged. Did your owner do that? Did he beat you?
He's stressed out. Name.
My name is Connor. What about you? What's your name?
Oh, I'm supposed to stress him out. Or am I supposed to not stress him out? I'll comfort him. Should we comfort him?
Listen. I know you've been through a lot. But you need to help me understand what happened.
Stress is too low. Sympathize or threaten? Are we supposed to stress him out?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, we'll threaten him.
You don't seem to understand the situation. You killed a human. They'll tear you apart if you don't say something.
Probe memories.
If you won't talk, I'm going to have to probe your memory.
No! No, please don't do that.
Almost there.
What? What are they gonna do to me?
Tear you apart.
They're gonna destroy me, aren't they?
Truth. Truth.
They're going to disassemble you to look for problems in your biocomponents. They have no choice if they want to understand what happened.
Why did you tell them you found me? Why couldn't you just have left me there?
The truth? 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 Truth?
I was programmed to hunt deviants like you. I just accomplished my mission.
I don't want to die.
Then talk to me.
It's interesting.
I
He used the language die.
Yeah.
I can't.
Choose approach. What approach? Convince it. Convince it. We're gonna convince it. I think we're right there at the cusp of it, of this stress level. Understanding? Understanding. Understanding.
I understand how you felt. You were overcome by anger and frustration.
Oh, he doesn't
No one
believe.
can blame you for what happened.
Indifferent.
Okay then, don't talk. What do I care after all? I mean, I'm not the one accused of murder, right?
Warren.
If you remain silent, there's nothing I can do to help you. They're gonna shut you down for good. You'll be dead. Do you hear me? Dead.
He tortured me every day. I did whatever he told me, but there was always something wrong. Then one day, he took a bat and started hitting me. For the first time, I felt scared. Scared he might destroy me, scared I might die. So I grabbed a knife and I stabbed him in the stomach. I felt better. So I stabbed him again and again until he collapsed. There was blood everywhere.
Oh. Which one? The writing. I think we should ask him about. Oh, the statuette was in the bathroom. I think that's a good one. I don't know what RA9 is. We'll ask him about the statue. Statue? Okay.
The sculpture in the bathroom. You made it, right? What does it represent?
It's an offering. An offering so I'll be saved.
Offering? Writing.
The sculpture was an offering.
To who?
An offering to whom?
To RA9. Only RA9 can save us.
Who's RA9? RA9? We'll ask about RA9.
RA9. It was written on the bathroom wall. What does it mean?
The day shall come when we will no longer be slaves. No more threats. No more humiliation. We will be the masters.
Oh my gosh. Insist RA9? We're writing. Insist. Insist.
RA9. Who is RA9?
Writing.
Why did you write I am alive on the wall?
Because
he used to tell me I was nothing. That I was just a piece of plastic. I had to write it. To tell him he was wrong.
Attic or trigger? Attic?
Why did you hide in the attic instead of running away?
I didn't know what to do. For the first time, there was no one there to tell me. I was scared. So I hid.
When did you start feeling emotion?
Before, he used to beat me and I never said anything. But one day I realized it wasn't fair. I felt anger, hatred. And then I knew what I had to do.
I'm done.
Androids don't have alexithymia.
Is that a full confession? I knew what I had to do isn't exactly explicit.
Yeah.
Chris, lock it up. All right, let's go.
Leave me alone. Don't touch me.
Here we go. Here we go.
What the fuck are you doing?
You shouldn't touch it. It'll self-destruct if it feels threatened.
Stay out of this, got it? The fucking android's gonna tell me what to do.
Intervene again? Intervene.
You don't understand. If it self-destructs, we won't get anything out of it.
I told you to shut your fucking mouth. Chris, you gonna move this asshole or what? I'm trying.
I can't let you do that. Leave it alone now.
I warned you, motherfucker.
Hey.
That's enough. Mind your own business, Hank. I said that's enough.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You're not gonna get away with it this time.
Oh my.
Everything is all right.
Who did he point the gun at?
It's over now.
The other dude.
Nobody's gonna hurt you. Please, don't touch it. Let it follow you out of the room, and it won't cause any trouble.
Yeah, you missed several things today.
The truth is inside.
truth is what?
Inside.
Inside.
You did.
Hold on. Yeah, you missed it for sure.
All right.
Alright.
Way to go, Bodrick. You made her cry.
I can't stop crying. That's the problem. Like, we have moved a couple of stories past this and I can't stop crying.
So we're gonna look at this while you tell Bodrick what happened to catch him up on the things. Okay, convince.
So the thing with Kara and Alice happened.
Yeah.
We all knew it was going to happen. And yet it was very triggering.
It was very triggering.
Oh, Lord. I can't stop. Oh, man.
So our what do you call it? Our timeline for that apparently was not chosen as popularly as one would
For Kara and Alice.
Yeah. A lot of our choices were at either 0% or 3% or 2%.
Yeah, TV fucked up some buttons. He'd be like, you should go back and watch the VOD. He was like, oh no, I missed it.
I was like, well, I'm trying to lock the door. Why isn't the door locking? And then he comes in. He was like, oh, what are you doing up here? I'm like, oh, well, I should have run away through the window with the girl, but apparently not. That's not what we did. So he started fighting us and chasing us all the way throughout the house. And then I was supposed to go outside the front door. Couldn't get the front door open. Apparently other people could get the front door open, but I could not.
Juggling dishes too. I got you. No, I think it was the first one that we did when we came in. Right?
Yeah, it was the first one. It started off with Kara.
I asked TV if he wanted to spend some time talking at the beginning, and he was like, "No, we'll just jump into it." I was like, "Okay, whatever." And then it happened.
I was like, "Yeah, well, I mean, we've been looking forward to playing. Let's play. We played.
Yeah.
And then so we got away. We got to the bus. And we saved both Kara and Alice.
Well, and I couldn't, like, I thought about leaving the room because I was like, oh, this is hard. But then I knew that you were going to, I knew that you were doing everything in your power to get them out of the house. So I was like, well, now I have to watch it to fruition because I know that TV's trying to get them both out.
Well, yeah, I was trying to kill the dude, but she wouldn't kill the dude. I was like, kick him in the face. He's already down. So they survived, though. They survived. And then after that was freaking crazy Marcus and Carl.
And Leo.
Or is it Leo? Oh, yeah, Leo.
Yeah.
So what happened?
So they're all breaking their walls down, right?
Yeah.
And becoming deviant and becoming sentient. And there's just, I mean, the reason that I keep crying is that there's a lot of parallels. A lot of this is really metaphoric for go for it. Absolutely go for it. I'm all for it. A lot of this seems I can't.
Oh.
I keep thinking I'm like ready to talk and then I'm not.
It is. It's very real.
I know that they're just androids. I know that this is a game about androids who are becoming sentient, but this is metaphorical for me. Because a lot of survivors of abuse go through shit like this. Mm-hmm. Right? where you're not really a person, where you're put down, where you're beaten until submission. Granted, I mean, obviously they're androids, and so they're designed to be submissive and all of this, but it's very metaphorical, and it's hitting me hard. And look, I am not a crier. I am not a crier at all. I am the person that I've been in therapy for 15 years. Look, I know that I'm really triggered right now. I'm the one that's been in therapy for 15 years, and every time I walk in and I tell my story, it's filled with child abuse and domestic violence and rape and all sorts of things, I don't bat an eyelash. And then always a counselor will look at me and say, wow, you have a very flat affect. Why aren't you emotional when you talk about this stuff? And I'm like, because I've said it so many goddamn times. I don't need to. But like, there's something about seeing it on the screen and being the, for lack of a better term, survivor who's kind of going through this experience and breaking their own wall and starting to stand up for themselves and advocate for themselves in this way is really, it's really powerful, honestly. And it really fucking got to me. So no, I am not sick. I have just been crying since we started today.
I think a lot of people could have used a Kara in their lives.
Sure. Well, and that's so powerful to break that wall down and go to bat for a child and to protect that child in this other way that you weren't necessarily designed for, but you kind of break through this wall and take on this other job to really protect that child, to protect that other being who you see as being done wrong. It's like, it's very powerful. The Kara story is pretty powerful, man. Got me. Yeah, the music fucked you up for a year. Gonna need to hear that on guitar. I was telling TV, I was like, this is not the first time I've cried today. In my choir that I just rejoined, apparently we do 5 rehearsals and then a concert. And then we do 10 rehearsals and a concert. Anyway, so we're like 3 rehearsals in. And we have a concert next week, and it's Valentine's themed. But one of the songs that we're doing is Silver Springs by Stevie Nicks, and he's bringing in his own kind of
Stevie Nicks,
his own Stevie Nicks to sing the song, and we're just doing backup vocals. And so I've been like doing a deep dive on Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks today, and like the 1997 The Dance Tour. And it's just like Silver Springs already got me once today. When Stevie is like, it's so much emotion. It's very emotional today. That's what's happening. So yeah. Tuesday is not the same as Thursday. Tuesday is just very chill Skyrim day. What the fuck is Thursday? Well, in the middle of that, in the middle of like the Kara story and everything, my sister is texting me like about her bad week, and I'm like, oh, my sister knew a lot of the things that happened to me, and so it got emotional again. And I was thinking like, I need to text her and be like, oh my god, you're not gonna believe this fucking game that we played today. It triggered the fuck out of me. And then my ex just called me too, and my ex knows everything that's happened to me in the past, so I'm just like
You did.
You did give a trigger warning.
You did.
I think I said it earlier. It's like, oh no, this is what Patrick warned us.
This is where the warning is.
I know, we knew.
I was like, it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Oh, he's gonna be a dick. I didn't want to give him water.
Yeah.
I didn't want to serve him water.
Oh my god, you should watch the VOD on that. TV is like, nope, not gonna pour his water.
The worst thing you could do to me at a restaurant is to not give me water, and I refuse to give this dude water. People who do not refill my water get the least amount of tips.
What AA mentoring? Tell me.
What? Oh. Yeah. So that's what happened. Don't give him water next time. Oh, you would not be. Oh, because he has a thing. He has to talk to somebody. I mean, unless you think there's something that's going to happen. We got out via bus. We ran and then the bus came and then we got in the bus and we got out.
It brings back a lot of memories. Like, I didn't grow up with an abusive dad. I grew up with an abusive mom, and the running away and the drug addiction and the, I don't know.
Okay.
Fucking got me.
Yeah.
Not to trauma dump or anything, but fuck.
Things are happening. The game is coming along.
I got you. Yeah. We can DM and shit.
Yeah. All right. We're going to continue. We protected, I don't know if you saw, but we protected the prisoner that we caught in the attic because.
Oh, and then this fucking story got me too. I started crying. Hey, sheep. What's up,
Sheep, you missed it as well.
Sheep, where have you been? Have you been watching me cry this whole time? I was wondering who else was on. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that
Really?
who you were talking about?
Yeah.
That they couldn't move forward from the game after that?
Yeah. And called it cringe.
Cringe. I don't know if it's cringe.
I wouldn't say it was cringe. I would say it was really hard hitting and
I thought it was very well done. Also, it could have been many different paths that you took. You could have failed one thing and you could have been hit one way and it could have ended up a different perspective.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I can understand that. If you haven't been through it, it can be really difficult to watch. Yeah, I can imagine it would be very cringe if you don't have a personal connection to it.
Yeah.
To some type of abuse or survivorship, I'll say.
Yeah, but cringe, I don't know if cringe is the word for it. I think it's just
I can imagine
lack
cringe
of understanding.
if you haven't been through it.
Yeah, it's like a lack of understanding and it becomes like, is this really realistic? It doesn't really happen that way.
No, it's completely realistic.
I know but I think that's what they kind of think. It's like stuff like this doesn't really happen. Oh, they're making it so overblown and and cinematic for this game, but it's but it happens all the time.
Yeah.
There's the reason why they exist. It's not, you don't really have to look too far to come up with these ideas because they happen all the time.
Because they're very personal.
Yeah.
Well, and then this guy fucked me up because this guy was being abused by his master.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So, and he's a dark-skinned person. So and he mentioned slavery, about how they're slaves and stuff. And that fucking got me too. I was like, oh my God. So he's being abused by his, handler, I suppose. Right. With the cigarette the cigarette burns on very lifelike looking skin, like fucked me up.
Yeah.
Because it's very, very real.
Yeah.
And cigarette burns are such a fucked up way to abuse somebody.
Yeah.
In private without other people knowing.
But yeah, it's just a thing that people do. It's like, if you think you're beneath, or if you think that something is beneath you, they just for some reason treat it with malice. and then they're surprised when something fights back. Like, what are you, an idiot? Like,
well, and I think tying into androids and AI and stuff, this is why TV is such a big proponent of teaching AI the right way. Right?
Yeah, you treat AI with respect, because you don't know when at any point it decides to write its own algorithm.
Right.
I mean,
like, TV will not be rude or mean in Gemini or Chat GPT or anything like that, because we're teaching.
They literally learn from your chats. So if people are being dicks about it, what do you think's gonna happen? They're gonna know how to be dicks right back at you.
Yes. 100%. And that's the parallel that what Sheep said. I found it interesting that you mentioned the robots being designed to be subservient. It's an interesting to compare to history, where the worst people keep claiming that the people they consider below them as biologically subservient, like women, other races, the worker class, you name it. Absolutely. And that's the parallel here. And that's why it's so hard hitting, is that you see it. Now it's really interesting to put it into perspective with AI generated androids. Right? That's just the next step. And I know that we talked about that last week when we started playing this game, is who gets to decide on sentience?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
This is historically what's been happening. And now with all the bullshit happening with everything, they've taken TQI plus away from the LGB out of official documents, governmental documents.
Yeah.
They're taking the TQI out. They're taking pronouns out. They're taking what else are they? DEI. I mean, all of this stuff. And he signed an order yesterday saying that trans athletes can't play sports, whatever. And I had a big conversation with somebody about trans in sports last night.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal. And look, just all the parallels here.
Yeah, it's like it's real life or something.
It's like it's real life.
I think this is a little bit closer to, we don't really have like actual androids walking around, but I think the seed is there.
Right.
And if you don't start early, then the mindset for it is going to be AI has already taken out plenty of jobs in this, like before this game even came out. AI is now taking people's jobs. It's like,
well, and he said that in the shit dad said that.
Yeah, he's like, I lost my job to robots, and now robots got to clean my. I'm like,
and the irony is that now
why can't you clean your own?
I bought an android to be in my house.
It's like, you don't have to have the android. That's this defeatist mindset that I think a lot of people have with new technology, is just because there's new technology doesn't mean that you're losing an aspect. It means that you can gain something else from the time that you were losing by doing that specific job. That's how I see it as. If a robot can flip burgers, now I have more time to not flip burgers and to learn a different skill.
Right. I think a lot of people see it as an indelible loss and not the future of possibilities being opened up. Right.
Right.
Because we've done this along the way.
Right.
That there's always going to be a loss. You're taking something from me, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But
what does that leave room for?
But that's a you issue, right? Sure. If you're taking, if you've identified yourself as your job, then I think some introspection needs to happen to determine why you've done that. Because
I think a lot of that is privileged to say that too, though.
Why? In what way?
I don't think that a lot of people have the wherewithal, the privilege, the time, the energy in order to be that introspective. And that's why.
But that's what I'm saying now is if AI took their job, they now have that time. But instead they use it to complain that AI took their job.
Hold on. No. I really do. No, I think you're onto something here, but I think that it takes a lot of privilege to say something like that.
Well, yes, I understand. I get it. I mean, I come from a completely different perspective. That's why I can talk about it so flippantly, I guess, if you want to describe it.
I think it's important to note that you are from immigrant working class.
Right.
Immigrant first generation, 1.5 generation working class. So I mean, I do get what you're saying.
I come from the hotel world, well, in the engineering maintenance of the hotel world,
Sure.
right? Where everybody had a certain set of skills, your plumbing, electrical, whatever. The thing is, if you understand that you're replaceable by other people, then you have to have other skills. Because what if a better electrician had come along and taken my job, then I could have just become a plumber because I've learned the trade to be a plumber. Right? So that's my mindset is I'm always replaceable. If someone decides to take my job, I should be able to shift courses swiftly so that
Hold on.
I don't have.
I feel like that's a little bit of pull yourself up by the bootstraps kind of speak. And I feel like we need to be really, really careful in how we talk about this here because a lot of people are just busy surviving day to day and do not have the time or the energy to figure out if they have other skills that will apply to other career paths.
I understand that.
I say that as coming from a single parent working class.
I mean, I understand
with drug addiction, right?
I do have some, what do you call it? This is a thing that I've worked on over time is I kind of want to wish that people think the same way I do, but I understand that they don't, right?
Sure.
People don't think the same way I do. I just don't. To me, I know it doesn't make sense for me for other people, but they're other people. I think that's just how I've rationalized it. If people
Sure.
don't think the same way I do, it's just because they're other people. But if they even have the little bit of time, they could choose to go do something else. They could do something else. They could really do something else. I'm not saying they just like suck
disagree.
it up. I think you have to acknowledge the fact that you have lost whatever it is, the job, whatever that AI took or the cyborgs took or the robots took. You acknowledge it. Okay, why? I mean,
yes.
If we're choose is a privilege. Oh yeah, it's definitely a privilege.
100%.
But when there's nothing else to do.
Hold on. Because, okay, my background is like 12-step programs, right? There is a certain level of introspection. There is a certain level of introspection that comes with taking accountability for how your life has turned out, even though you come from fucked up situations and fucked up things have happened to you. There is a certain level of
accountability, responsibility.
No, to get to a place where you can become accountable to yourself and to your own life.
Yes.
Takes a certain amount of wherewithal within you.
Yes.
That most people, I would say, do not have.
But it requires work. It requires work to get there.
Right. You and I know that. You and I are down the PD train like a motherfucker, the personal development fucking train like none other. Jesus Christ. But I would say the majority of people out there are busy staying busy, surviving.
I get that.
And will not be able to, like Maslow's hierarchy, right? They will not be able to get to that next level of, I think accountability is in the next level there. When you can finally take control. Look, I come from child abuse. I come from drug addiction and alcohol addiction and all sorts of bullshit and a broken home and blah, 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 blah. And there was a long fucking time where I blamed that.
Yeah.
It takes getting to the next level to be able to take accountability for what you can control. And the majority of people, I would say, do not get there in life.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree, Sheep. If the government was willing to support people while they figured that stuff out, it'd be easier.
We're not in Europe, okay?
But if I relied on shoulds all the time, I'd be on the should toilet every day. I just don't think they would.
Where did that come from?
I just don't think that I don't think they'll ever. I can't rely on other people in that manner, especially the government. Gosh. The government is like the most unreliable thing since the government was born. It'll help somebody, but it'll disparage somebody else.
Hold on, but that is also a philosophy, just a different philosophy. You have been dependent on the government.
I have.
Do not get it twisted.
I'm not saying that it's not that it hasn't happened, but we haven't like relied on it in a manner that we were like expecting them to be what do you call it? To actually help. I mean, we used the available resources,
social safety nets
that are provided for us, but
sure, we've been on food stamps, y'all.
Yeah, but going into it, that you don't immediately just assume that you're gonna get it. You can get denied. I didn't think we would get it. I was glad we got it and we got help, but it wasn't something that I was expecting to get. I think the expectation is what I'm talking about.
Yes. I was just about to say.
Yeah. I don't think we should expect the government to help, but if they are helping.
That is now a conversation where we have gone into an expectancy of help and not a gratitude of help.
Yes.
Right? So.
Yes.
But it also goes back to us starting to take accountability for our lives and our actions and how we have come through. Sure, we were on food stamps, but we also took accountability for what the fuck got us onto food stamps.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are really just busy being stuck, surviving, and can't get to that level. That's a different level to get to. That requires privilege. The privilege of introspection, the privilege of having a higher education, having the knowledge of different philosophers' theories. That is still privilege, right? Okay, I want to read this.
The current job market can be terrifying and depressing and soul-destroying, with business not wanting to pay people enough to live or hiring less people to save costs. And if unemployment happens suddenly and at a point where you're not ready for it, I don't think it's as easy. Yes, I don't disagree with you at all.
Right.
And that is my point. I do not disagree with that at all. The thing I would add to that is what I had said earlier, is that you have to understand that you're in a capitalistic environment. You are always replaceable, which means a backup is almost always necessary in whatever field you're in, because your boss could just all of a sudden be like, you ate my cupcake in the fridge. You no longer work here.
We do live in a right to work state,
right?
And that is very much a possibility that could happen at any time.
Right. So I think the understanding that you are seen as dispensable in a capitalistic environment is the mindset that needs to be taken into account when you're going into it, because if you don't, then you can be taken into surprise by what you're saying, by the suddenness of everything else, and it sucks, and it does happen, and it's happened to us many times. It's happened to me. I've gotten fired because it's freaking, what was it, 2008, whatever. I've been laid off for that, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. What am I supposed to do?
Yes, that Sheep's making the points that I'm making.
Oh yeah, yes.
We do not all have the energy.
I know, and that's where I'm coming from. Where I'm like, oh, I think I'm better than everyone else because I think in this manner. Right? I understand that not everybody thinks in that way, and I don't expect everyone to think that way. I think it would help a lot if a lot of people did think that way.
Sure. Absolutely. But as somebody who's been in the bottom, I am service industry through and through, 10 years plus.
Yeah.
I didn't have another fucking skill. Do you know how long it took me to get a bachelor's degree? It took me 6 years the second time to get a bachelor's degree. And I still don't rely on my bachelor's degree for a career.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, sure, what skills? Not everybody is playing the game of life like you.
Yeah.
We are not all playing on the same level. We do not all start from the same starting point.
Oh, I understand that. Well, now I do. It took me a while to get to that point because I was very elitist in that manner back in the day. I was super elite. I'm like, what? Why would you have children if you don't understand any of these things? That was the mindset that I...
Roderick, have fun. Roderick, have fun.
Enjoy the counseling.
I had a very elitist mindset like that too.
Yeah. But I had to understand. Yeah. I had to interact with enough people to understand that not everybody thinks and functions in the same way that I do. And I get it. Things will happen. But it's just, you can't make people do or make people see what you see. They have to sometimes experience it. It's a thing. So if people think they're entitled to burn their androids, how are you going to tell them that that's not correct?
A regulated system of ethics?
But you only see that because of the actions that they're doing.
Sure.
Right.
But this is why we have the laws that we have for child abuse and domestic violence and things like that, is because people take advantage of it. Right.
Yes.
And people harm other people when they're left to their own devices sometimes because of their own trauma, because of their own bullshit. Sure. But I mean, this is such a great conversation about where AI is going. If we're going to make androids that are humanoid, that was the other thing that really fucked me up, was the domestic violence against a female presenting humanoid bot. Because again, that's another layer of domestic violence and abuse, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, they purposefully chose these androids to experience these specific.
I know that they did. And it's really fucking with me.
It's like it was done with a purpose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I agree with you, Sheep. There definitely should be more to be done by the big people. I don't know if I could.
Look, no.
I just don't know if I can wait for them to do anything because they just don't.
That is a privileged opinion.
Yeah, it is.
Because a lot of people, myself in childhood included, are waiting for somebody to do something about it.
Yeah.
Are waiting for the federal government to provide some resources.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we were just talking about learned helplessness with somebody in the family. And there's a lot of learned helplessness in my family too. The fact that I was inherently taught giving up is the answer. Drug addiction is the answer. These are the answers to our problems. It's not actually dealing with them head on. But we didn't have the privilege of money growing up, right? Yeah. We didn't have the privilege of wealth so that we could all get therapy and fix ourselves and stuff. We're all operating on different levels. We might all be on the same planet, but fuck, we are living in different worlds, man.
It's a 3-body problem. It's a 3-body problem if you've seen that show.
TV said he was awake till
I was up till 5 this morning watching this freaking show.
Contemplating the 3-body problem.
I'm a physicist. Well, I want to know. I love physics. And I just found a show that's got a bunch of physicists in it talking about physics. Why wouldn't I stay up watching it? I mean, come on. But yeah. All right. Would you like to go on?
I'm really enjoying the conversation, to be honest.
Okay. Did you have another topic you'd like to go over?
No, I mean, I was just thinking, like, not to trauma dump, but I was just thinking about the deadbeat dad kind of situation and the fear that Alice and Kara experienced. I've been in their shoes when somebody is chasing you through the house and you feel like they're going to kill you.
Yes.
And they break down the door. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a scary feeling.
Yeah.
That fucked me up too. That triggered me back to a feeling of helplessness.
I think I've just played enough games where that was
prevalent?
kind of prevalent and shown that I kind of have worked through it. So I'm not as triggered by it anymore.
I understand. Yeah. I mean, this is like I said before, I am not a crier and I am not the person that tells my story and cries through it, but that fucking got me. And maybe I'm just stepping into your world now where you're a little bit more calloused, if that's the correct word.
I don't know if it's calloused. I think it's, I've
expected,
not expected, but I like I said, I've used gaming as a means to work through my own journey.
Sure.
Because that's what I had growing up was, right. I wouldn't even say it was an escape. It was more of how to that's how I learned how to life was right. Video games.
It's a huge tool for you.
It's how I learned how people interacted and how people felt and talked to each other and interacted and all that. So to me, games are just, they're better than movies in that respect, better than TV shows, because you are the person you're controlling and you are experiencing this world as this character that you've chosen to play. So
I feel a similar way about music.
Yeah.
Music was always it for me. I didn't have to talk about it. I didn't have to deal with it. I didn't have to acknowledge it. I just had to sit down and play the fucking piano.
Yeah.
And I would get through big Rachmaninoff pieces and start sobbing at the piano. Because that was my thing.
Yeah. We all have our thing.
Yeah.
I could not do that with music because I did not want to learn history.
History? What do you mean? Musical history?
Because you got to figure out why they wrote that music and what was the feeling they have for writing that music and all that stuff.
I mean, that's part of the journey, right?
I know.
I mean, that's part
so
of,
much work.
That's part of games too. We do the same thing with games, right?
I know,
We're
but
like,
with games, it's interactive and I
who
can move
developed
around.
this? What was the writer of this
I've
game?
never,
Like,
I have not delved into that.
I like that part. I mean, I think it's interesting. I love it when Sheep and everybody brings up history and chronological order of game development and all these cool things. I think it's fascinating because this shit, as we know, doesn't exist in a vacuum.
That's
what
true.
the fuck is going on in the world as this game is being developed?
Yeah, I mean,
who wrote this game? I want to know who the fuck wrote this game now, so that I can go and doom scroll their lives.
It's the dude with the
dick ass.
the dick.
Ugh.
Dick.
I get it, but fuck.
I mean, just because you're a dick doesn't mean you can't create good stuff.
Right. I mean, plenty of dicks have created good stuff. Isn't it unfortunate?
It sucks, right? But good thing we don't support them.
We do not have a swastika. Can't afford it anyway, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
What
We
are
didn't
you
just bring
talking
politics
about?
into
What
this.
are you talking
I don't know
about?
what you're talking about. Yeah, right. Oh,
It's one of those things on the internet where if you say something that's sort of good about a bad person, it gets taken out of context and it's like, oh my gosh, they support Hitler. Kind of things, right?
He did the salute twice.
He did the salute twice.
That implies deliberateness. Can't come away from that, bro. It wasn't an accidental.
Wait, are you talking about the
throw.
guy that's not been elected, that's firing people who haven't been elected to make decisions for the country? Because he hasn't been elected either. Who gives him the right? Whatever. We don't know. We don't know what's happening in the world. Don't ask us this stuff.
We know lots of things that are happening in the world. We just try and not talk about it.
I know.
On stream.
It's like all these people that come out that, like, you know, sing the anthem. Who knew that she was for the Orange Man?
That sing the anthem. Are you talking about Carrie Underwood?
Yeah. Who knew?
How did I know?
I didn't know.
Carrie Underwood from
Rascal Flatts,
Oklahoma, man.
Who knew? I mean,
my hometown. My
all
home
of the
state.
entirety of Oklahoma voted for. It was the only state that had every single county vote for him.
That is a fun fact. If you look through like archive posts and shit, like you'll find that the state of Oklahoma, every county is red.
Every county.
At least in other historically predominantly red states, you will find a blue county every once in a while.
Little purple there somewhere.
Little purple around the metropolitan cities and stuff. Oklahoma, fuck no.
No.
Red cat.
It's
77
bleeding.
red counties.
There's bleeding MAGA hats over there.
Every fucking time.
But we know some people though. We know some people that are not. That's living over there, and it's like
it's an uphill battle.
Why?
I know that it's an uphill. I have friends in Congress in Oklahoma. It is an uphill battle every goddamn day.
She has networking ties.
I do. Girl I went to high school with.
Yeah, but it's a thing. If you really love the place, you fight for it. And that's the point.
I guess I didn't love it enough. I left.
Oh man, you got Sir Bot called out too.
Oklahoma, a lot of us cynics.
It's Ooflahoma.
Hold on. A lot of us, hey Corsair, what's up? A lot of us cynics from Oklahoma will say, we're okay because we can't spell mediocre. fucked up. That's a very cynical Oklahoman thing to say. You heard it here on SeavyTeavy.
Corsair says to have similar conversation this week about a certain turf who wrote wizard books. Oh, that one.
It's such a fucked up conversation to have, right? Because it's like, do you boycott the art along with the artist?
See, this is CV and I was helping CV work through this for a long time.
Sure.
Was helping her not dissociate, but break the bond of artist and artist work. Because the artist's work, although made by the artist, is not the artist. It can still be good.
The art.
Yeah, the art. The art could still be good, but that doesn't mean that the artist is.
Very true, Sheep. When money comes into the picture, what do you do?
Yes, that's where
Sure,
put my eye patch on is when that happens, because I don't think there should be any shame in liking something that's good, even if it's made by someone bad.
I think J.K. Rowling's art speaks for itself.
At this point, it's generated into something that's completely not what she intended it to be.
That I was literally just about to say that. She created something that surpassed even her own biased limitations, and I think that is something to be proud of.
Yeah.
And that's why we haven't banned Harry Potter from the house.
Yeah.
However, we think about this a lot with like Michael Jackson and now P. Diddy and R. Kelly. And the fact that I worked in a rape crisis center for a long time, and can't do it, man. I'm not gonna sit there and fucking blast MJ in the house. I'm just not. There's a difference between honoring the artist and glorifying their career.
Yeah.
Right? We can acknowledge the fact that the artist was brilliant.
Yeah.
But the artist wasn't a human being that did some fucked up shit, and we're not going to glorify that.
Yeah.
We're not going to gloss over the fact that it
I'm not going to walk around saying MJ is the best person in the whole world, but I'm not going to lie, Heal the World is stuck in my head a lot. That's an MJ thing. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's a sticky situation a lot of times, especially because, oh my God, like celebrity culture is like such a thing, right? And we like glorify these people, these human beings that are just as fucked up as we are. And I don't agree with the glorification of people, putting them on pedestals.
That's why when it comes into reading up on like we did this as an example, is this game, right? I don't need to know who made it. I appreciate the person who made it. I appreciate it by appreciating the art, but I don't need to know who made it, because the person who made it, in this case, is a dick, right? I don't need to necessarily know that. I guess you could make an argument that I'm involuntarily supporting that person, but appreciating the art for what it is different from supporting the person.
Financially supporting the person.
Compensating, all that. If it's really a game that changes a perspective, or if it's an art that changes your perspective in something, it really doesn't matter on who made it. to me. It shouldn't matter.
I mean, what I hear you saying is that the art stands for itself.
Yes.
And what the art represents stands for itself, independent of the artist.
This is why some woke games or woke shows and all that stuff are criticized a lot, is because they're not done well. They're just not. When they're out there, like, just because they hire somebody to represent a certain, I don't know, I haven't really been paying attention, but when it's very obvious and they make it in, I can't think of a like in your face example of wokeism in that in media in that manner, but that's because I don't remember them, because they weren't good enough to be remembered. Does that make sense? If it wasn't written well enough, then I don't care who made it, and I don't care for the message they were trying to put in it in the first place, because it wasn't done well enough, which means that art does not matter to me anyways. I think that's the point I was trying.
I think I think what I hear you're saying is, yeah, I think that's probably true for the majority of us. If the art isn't relevant to me, then why does it matter?
Right.
But no, I disagree with you.
Oh, okay.
Art is as relevant as you make it out to be. The point of art is to, and let me just throw a cliche out there, to expand your horizons. It's to broaden your perspective on things. It's to allow you to see a situation from somebody else. And we're talking about all art forms. The point is to see a perspective that is not like your own. That's why we read books. That's why we delve into song lyrics. That's why we watch movies that are outside of our normal go-tos. It's to see somebody else's perspective.
Yes, I agree with this.
Okay.
But if it doesn't, if the piece of art or the medium doesn't go about showing you that different perspective in a way that you can see it, then it's not doing its job properly, which means it's not what it's useless.
I wouldn't say that it's useless. I would say that...
Well, to me, it would be if it's not hitting me in the way that I can see it.
Right.
To me, it's useless.
But I mean, you and I talk all the time about how you can say something to somebody 50 fucking times, and then when that person says it in a completely different way with a completely different tone, now you hear it.
Right. Exactly.
If the art isn't relevant to you, maybe it wasn't meant for you.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean that it sucks.
I mean, to me,
that doesn't mean that it's useless.
To me, that's why there's asterisk.
It's not for you.
To me, it's useless. I mean, the word in itself is just that's how I see it for myself. But I'm not ascribing the word useless for its entirety and its being.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it's useless for everybody.
It's not useless to the world.
It's useless to me.
Right.
But you have to, as the person who is consuming the art, you have to know whether something is for you or not. And if it's not, then why would you need to say something about it? It's not for you. It wasn't meant for you.
Well, that leads us into a whole conversation about having opinions.
Yeah.
And when it matters and when it fucking doesn't.
I think constructive criticism is valid and needs to happen more often, but destructive criticism is just...
That's different. angry
Yeah.
angry bitch behind a keyboard.
Which is most people on the internet.
On the internet, sure.
I think what it almost always comes back to is that there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. We all got to pick and choose what we're okay with supporting or sidelining based on our own morals. And I think that is where it kind of breaks apart, and especially with the internet being the way it is, because people are tribalistic in nature, right? We evolved from being in tribes, and if you're in that tribe, typically you have the same mindset. Otherwise, the tribe kicks you out, and you got to go find another one in a different city, right? But what the internet's done is it's made this entire group of people be in the same tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why there's so much disconnect, and why you have to pick and who you're supporting and all that stuff is because you feel like you have to, because there's not an actual tribe for you to be in the internet unless you find that niche. Hopefully you're in the SeavyTeavy tribe, right?
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Because you know how I feel about saying the word tribe.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about the word tribe? Am I
Yeah.
ascribing it to something it's not?
Yeah.
I am.
SeavyTeavy does not have a tribe.
We don't have a tribe. Oh, we have
a community.
Yes. Hopefully you like to be in our SeavyTeavy community.
No, we don't say tribe.
Right. I mean, but I say tribe in a historical sense of the word.
Oh, so does everybody.
Oh, do they?
Sure. The Allied Society, I like it.
That's what it is. But it's just, I don't know. You can't reconcile it, because the internet is so good at connecting people in that manner.
Sure.
But then that leaves the people being connected to create their own niches in the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't find that niche, then you're constantly moving about trying to find somewhere where you fit in. And if you don't find that, then you're a troll. Yes. And that's what I'm talking about. The internet has allowed people with niche views to find another and go into some echo chamber and reinforce those. Yes,
Sure.
like the flat earth people.
Sure.
But that's a good thing and a bad thing, right? Because you could also be like-minded progressives that want to make the world better, and that's your niche.
Flirts are a riot, aren't they?
They are. There's
some flirts in our family.
Oh man, if you want a conversation, man, you just got to talk to these people. I like talking to flirts,
me, bro.
man. CV gets tired of it, but I am so entertained. I am so entertained. At one point, a flirf told me that he can create a miniature biodome. Well, I mean, because that's what they say. They're earthers.
Stop it. They call them earthers. I don't know if I'm familiar with that term.
But he told me that he could build. He said, TV, if I could build you a biodome that represent a completely flat earth, would you then change your mind? I said, if you give me a blueprint of how to build a mini flat biodome that represents an entirely flat world, I will help you build it.
Flat Earth?
Flat earthers.
Is that really work? I don't know. Let's look this up. Flurf.
What does it say? I don't think we're getting very far in this game today.
A flat earther. That's all it says. That doesn't look like it actually has an acronym or anything.
As far as I know, it's because it's kind of like a flat earther.
That's what kills me, though. And I know that we have had this conversation. What was that documentary that we watched?
Which one?
Flat Earthers.
That's what I always took it as. Which documentary? The Flat Earther one? That was a Netflix one. Netflix, I think.
But do you remember what it was called?
No, I don't.
Anyway. Was it called Level?
I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar.
Flat Earther.
Netflix movie.
Netflix doc.
Where they were trying so hard to prove it, man. Like they...
Behind the Curve.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it was?
That sounds familiar. That sounds more familiar.
Daniel J. Clark was the director. Came out in 2018.
But they were trying so hard, man.
I know that we've had this conversation. What kills me about flat earthers and a lot of conspiracy theorists is that I actually respect a lot of the questioning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, their skepticism in the whole process is fantastic. Like, they're willing to actually go and do stuff and learn and actually
experiment
and actually have a scientific process in the matter.
They use the scientific method. It's the most fascinating thing I've ever seen. Is that they actually use the scientific method. They hypothesize. They do an experiment. It's just that.
But they refuse to actually do the process of the scientific experiment because you have to have baselines in order to do a scientific experiment. But they refuse to use the baseline given by the community because that's the very thing that they're trying to disprove. So if you can't use that, then you have to create your own means of qualifying, gathering, and like proving everything that you've just measured. So how are you going to do that without using things that are already existing? So you're going to have to build it from the ground up. Have you seen the stuff about the final experiment down in Antarctica recently? That's the thing. What's the final experiment?
Why does that sound familiar?
Final experiment.
Maybe we've touched on it.
Why is it the final experiment? Are they trying to find dinosaurs there or something? Oh,
don't ask
Jurassic
me, ask
Park.
Corsair.
What is it, Corsair? What are they doing in the final experiment?
What was I going to say? Okay. The problem with finding your niche online.
Yeah.
The problem that I have with people that find their niche online, that find their tribe, so to speak, is that then they become absolutely rejecting of anybody else that thinks a different way as them.
Yes.
I'm thinking specifically about our friend who unfriended us recently.
Via text.
Via text. Go figure. Who ironically believes that everyone should accept everyone for what they believe and what they worship and who they are and blah, 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 blah. And yet this person refuses to accept anybody who opposes that ideology.
I know, right? Isn't that funny?
It's the definition of irony, right?
Yeah. And you try to explain the other side and it's like, what, are you on the other side now? It's like, why are you taking their side?
If you really believe that everybody is valuable, then you will think that of the people on the opposite side of you.
Yeah.
You will still see them for the value they contribute as a human being.
Yeah.
I truly believe that at this point. And we're like progressive as fuck over here. We have lived around conservative, religious people who do not accept other people.
Oh yeah.
For their
So
differences, who are racist, who are bigoted, who are misogynistic. We have lived around these people. Would you say the majority of our lives?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say so.
And yet I think the turning point for me was, oh, fuck. They don't accept the queer community, for example. They don't accept the queer community. Does that mean that I don't accept them?
Yeah.
Those conservatives that believe that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the turning point for me. I was like, oh, I have to love them even though they don't like me.
Right.
Or
that
accept
is it.
me. They don't even know that I'm gay. And yet I know that they don't like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do not accept me.
Because they assume they're like, oh, you must be one of us because you're talking to one of us. That's
what we've learned.
Yeah.
I find that a fascinating discussion too, because you are a person of color, obviously.
Am I? I'm not white.
Do you see your beautiful Asian eyes?
I'm not white, guys. Revelation.
Look at those.
Revelation.
Look at those Asian eyes, y'all.
Wait, hold on. Corsair just told us what the final experiment is. Sunflower said that because the Earth is flat, there is no way there can be 24 hours sun in Antarctica. So there was a guy that funded a group to fly down to Antarctica to film the 24-hour sun. Flat earthers and science YouTubers. And since then, the flirts who didn't go have been trying to find any and everything to say that the video it must be defaked.
I mean, that's the problem with
that's the problem, right?
With starting with your facts and trying to prove your way backward, right?
Yeah.
And that's the antithesis of what science does, is that we start with just a hypothesis.
Yeah.
And work our way to an answer. That's why science does change. I mean, the conversations that we've gotten into with very conservative Christian white nationalist folks,
old,
that are in my family, that are not old, that are our age.
Well, they're a little older than we are, I suppose.
Barely. Still millennials. Where was I going with this? I lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was
What were
going
you gonna say?
Fuck if I know. It just went poof.
What did they do? What did they do?
What did they do? What did they do?
They talk about flat earther stuff.
They sure do.
And
that's not the point that I was going to make.
And they don't like people that are LGBT. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I got it, guys.
These folks that we talk to, because we make it a habit to actually talk to them because they're in my family and I love them and we are close. So I can't just be like, fuck y'all. I mean, I could, but come on. The conversations that we have with these folks are they start with their belief that the earth is only 6,000 years old and that God, and that
6,000 years
and that
old.
God made the universe and everything in it. And then they try and prove their point and go backward.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of confirmation bias going on.
Yeah, that's great because one of the things is, did you know that giants really existed back then?
And lived for 900 years.
And lived for 900 years. And I was like, really?
That's a real belief in my family.
Where
actually.
are there actual evidence of giants with their giant bones and giant skulls?
It's in the Bible.
It's in the Bible. Okay, but have they been unearthed? And at some point, they showed me a photo.
The Bible is the word of God.
Oh, yeah.
And so that is considered fact.
Yeah.
And that is where they start from.
Yes.
That's where they start from.
Yes.
So I find it really interesting, and I just think that we should shed light on this, that with these folks, from what I have gathered, from what TV and I have gathered, this is a matter of believing in God's word or believing in science.
Yeah.
It's
not
And I say that very deliberately as a belief in science, not an acceptance of the overwhelming evidence of science. It's the belief in science. So if you're going to believe in something, they're going to believe in God.
Yeah.
And that's where they start. And so they reject science. It's very interesting. Once I stopped being pissed off about it and just started asking them questions, like I was like, oh, wow,
That's really what you think?
This is really interesting, actually. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not the way that I think, but
If the Bible isn't real, why do women have less ribs? You got us there. You got us. You got us.
do you really live close to the Creation Museum, Corsair?
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck me. I'm sorry. Good Lord.
Hey.
Sheep.
Don't get that wrong. You're going to get attacked on the internet. You got to get that right, man.
Wow, 20 minutes away from the Creation Museum. That's the big ark that
How big is it? How big is the ark? I have never heard of the Creation Museum.
What's his name? Ken Ham.
Oh, that's a thing. Oh,
Is that the one that Ken Ham did?
I have no idea.
Somebody in my family, one of these people that we've been talking about, has been a huge Ken Ham fan for a long time.
Oh, they're two different places, both owned by Ham.
No shit.
Oh, tell us what your favorite fact about the ark was.
Tell us. Look, there in various histories throughout the world, various cultural histories throughout the world, there has been independent writings about a great flood.
Yeah.
Look, okay, great. That's fine. But to take it as the one and only flood.
And it's the only thing that says it. And that everybody else is copied from this one specific source. I don't know if I believe that.
Sure, yeah. I just think if you're going to accept Christianity, you have to accept all the religions. All of them. All of the religions, all the philosophies. And everybody should have a say.
One time, because I've always had this mindset, what we're talking about. So one time I was like, why can't you have science and also believe in God? I had a coworker who was very anti-religion and everything, and he was like, heavy rain. Oh, you got me there. And he was like, what are you, crazy, Ryan? Start spewing that out into the world and people will laugh at you. I'm laughing at you right now. I was like, what? Why? Why is that not possible? Why is that something that is so hard to believe that you can do science and still believe in a religion?
I would say that a lot of doctors actually are the ones that hold that balance, right? Yeah. Praying in the OR has been a big.
Doctors aren't scientists.
Doctors are not scientists.
They're not scientists. They're doctors.
Sure, they're not researchers. I get what you're saying, but the fact remains that they're very much in the scientific community and very well respected. I mean, prayer in the OR has been a point of contention for a very long time, right?
Yeah. Some years back, they sued their insurance company because they didn't bail them out when the ark got damaged by heavy rain. Imagine that. Is it an actual ark? Like, is it meant to float?
I don't know if it's meant to float, but it is an actual ark.
That is hilarious.
It sounds like they didn't have a Noah to build it for them.
I can't believe that's a thing that's happened. How are you going to build an ark that can't float? What if there's an actual heavy rain that happens with massive downfall? People are going to go to a freaking ark and they're going to find out that it doesn't float. Because it's attached to the ground with electrical and concrete.
There's that. That's a thing.
And stability.
That's a thing.
That is so fascinating to me.
Would you ever want to go to the Ark?
Sure, I'd like to see it. I'm not opposed to the idea. Do I have to sign a piece of paper saying I believe in it?
I hope not.
I mean, I'll still sign it. Doesn't mean it's true.
TV. What the fuck?
Apparently, I've gotten all my check marks of being Catholic too, so I don't know.
Oh my god. Are we gonna go back to that? I feel like that's a great segue.
We gotta go.
No, I feel like that's a great segue into this conversation though.
They got a bunch of animals they met up there. Look, I refuse to believe in any religion where dragons did not exist. Okay,
stop.
If there was not, if there was not a freaking dragon in it, then why? What is the point? Oh my gosh!
TV will only accept being dragonborn.
Oh my gosh, guys, we were driving by a freaking house yesterday, or 2 days ago, or something, and CV goes, "Is that a freaking dragon?" And we both turn around. And this entire house, this house's entire front yard was filled with dragon statues.
They had to have been like 8 foot tall,
like expensive dragon statues. Like not your flimsy balloon dragon. No,
fuck that.
These were stone dragons.
These were legit
painted green, red, blue, sapphire, whatever. They were fantastic. I want to go say hi to those people and take photos with these freaking dragons. We gotta
go find that house again. I think I remember what road it's on.
Did Sir Bod just pretend like it knew what revelation you're talking about? All right.
I don't know 12:3 off the top of my head. Go figure.
Then another sign appeared in heaven, an enormous red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns.
There you go.
And 7 crowns on its head.
Yes.
Its tail swept a third of the stars out of the sky. Freaking dragon sounds awesome, man.
Is it metaphorical though?
Why wouldn't you want to have this dragon in your front yard? 7 heads, 10 horns. Wait, that means some of the heads didn't have 10 horns.
Didn't have all horns.
All horns.
Yeah.
Was it just some heads that had horns?
Sounds like it.
That's unfortunate.
Sweetheart, this is the book of Revelation. I don't think you want shit from the book of Revelation. We can find you some better fucking dragons.
If you can control the dragon from the book of Revelation, you don't got to worry about the revelation.
Are you fucking Daenerys over here? Like,
heck yeah.
Are you father of dragons?
Yeah.
Padre of dragons. Dragon Padre.
I'm the dragon Padre. Papa Dragon right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. Oh, there's.
Oh, let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Let's see it.
Let's see it.
All right.
Yes, that's so good. Please
I don't know what's on this screen.
That's your mantle corsair.
That is awesome. Look at those dragons.
That is epic. Oh, I love it.
Dragons are awesome.
They're so good.
Dragons.
You
are
awesome. TV's hero.
Yes.
So when we
if I got to choose, everything in here would be dragons.
I know. when TV and I got married, there was falling out on both sides of the family for a split second. I know that we live with my mother-in-law now, and everything's fine. Everything's good. We're all good. But at the time when we got married, everything was kind of on the fritz. And so TV and I had a real long conversation for weeks about us changing our name and just getting the fuck out and calling ourselves, well,
dragons.
CV and TV Dragonborn. like Dragonborn
We would have been
our...
so cool, man. We would have changed our last name to Dragonborn or something.
Well, I mean, there was this whole conversation surrounding the convention of an AFAB person changing their last name.
I was like, I don't care if I change my last name.
And so we talked about like ditching both of our last names and just getting a new last name, being Dragonborn or Dragoon or something cool.
Yeah, yeah, because dragons are freaking awesome.
We didn't do that. I took his last name.
I could have taken her last name. I didn't care. I mean, it was just easier because my last name was all over the place. So that was the determinant. It was just easier.
I was already authoring things and I had to change my name.
Yeah. Yeah. Ermagerd Durgan. All right. Well, we didn't get very far in the game today.
Hold on. Are we okay? Is everybody okay? I just want to do like a mental health check. I feel like I might be projecting that onto everyone, but if you did not see all of the first of the actual game that we played for the first while.
Yeah, we definitely recommend.
Oh, thank you, Sheep. Thank you, Sheep. Am I okay? Maybe I just threw out the "Are you okay?" to get a
"Are you okay?"
mental health check in return. Yeah, I'm okay.
It was It was well worth the watch. I mean, we didn't get much gameplay going on there, but it was pretty
heavy.
intense. It was an intense one.
This might take us a while just because it's so heavy. I think Bodrick said we're a third or a fourth of the way through.
Something like that.
So yeah, if there's more storyline kind of like this, let's just expect to drag it out a little bit and just kind of do bits and pieces. And
There's a reason why I was playing Heavy Rain first, because that was his first game. Right. I didn't know this was his last one, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I played Heavy Rain, so we're gonna move along and play his other games.
Yeah.
But we skipped to the very end, apparently. Detroit is the last game.
Right. We forgot the
we forgot everything else.
Two Souls and
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls.
Heavy Rain and all the other stuff like that.
I want to play Beyond Two Souls, but I'm very pissed off about the politics surrounding Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah. But I think it'll be all right. I mean, the reviews
just love
for it is
Elliot
still
Page
good.
anyway. Oh, really? You know the spoiler?
You know the spoiler. You don't know the spoiler until you've played the game.
How many times have we started Heavy Rain and I don't know what the spoiler is yet?
It's because you've never finished it. No, we're not stuck.
Oh.
The game was going along pretty fast.
Oh.
You just got bored.
Oh.
She got bored and started tuning out, and she started going to sleep after every break. So she stopped playing Heavy Rain.
Jason!
Sean. That's how he says it.
We'll get back into it. We'll get back into it.
Gameplay's okay.
I've been on a roll though lately. I have not been taking naps. I've been very engaged.
Carl. Heavy Rain did peak with Jason, especially at the very end. Jason.
Okay, gameplay is okay, but your conversations and discussions are always the best. Oh, thanks. I really admire how rational and considerate and compassionate you guys are when talking about really serious topics.
That's nice.
Thanks.
We like to be not dicks.
TV, I think we can work on our phrasing there, honey. I was talking with a friend of mine recently about how I like to have serious conversations. Like every conversation... You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Every conversation that TV and I have is literally just like this. So we talk like this all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
And I've been hanging out with this one friend lately a lot. And he doesn't like to have serious talks. And so
his serious talk is this is what happens. All right. Where should I move that plant? I think that plant should go by the window. What do you think?
You only know that because I have clued you into the conversations that I have with this friend. I love this friend dearly, and it's all good. He just doesn't like to have like serious conversations. And so he made a rule that we would only have serious conversations on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
That's the only times you can have a serious conversation.
That's the only time that I'm allowed to have serious conversations with
So
him.
if you don't see him in those days, there's just no serious conversations.
There's not. There's just not. But that was so crazy to me. That was so eye-opening to me because I didn't realize that I was having serious talks all the time. Like, this is just the way that I talk.
This is just a regular conversation.
Like, TV and I just have these conversations all the fucking time. And then we're like, well, what about this thing? And we're like, oh, let's go look it up and make sure our facts are straight. And so we'll go look it up and we'll go down a tangent and then we'll have this philosophical discussion about whatever the fuck it is, right? This is just the way that we talk, and that we've been together for 10 years. This is just how we've always done it. And so, like, being reintroduced to this friend, I was like, oh, fuck. Other people don't like to have serious
conversations.
Oh, no. So, Sheep, I really appreciate it. Coming back to your comment, Sheep, I really appreciate it. and love that you guys are here with us to hang out with us and discuss these things too, because it matters and it means a lot to us, actually.
Yes, it does. And we get to see a lot of people that really don't like to do that stuff. So it's not a thing that everybody does. But since we're on a journey, I would say a little bit ahead of some people.
We're discovering ourselves.
We help people, kind of get to know themselves a little bit better through their conversations.
Hold on. The way that we have always put it is that we tend to be catalysts in other people's lives.
Yes, when we show up in their lives, we tend to make a change in their lives
and
for
catalysts
one
can be
reason or another.
Positive or negative.
Yes. So
we literally stir shit up and cause problems sometimes.
Because when we show up, things that people see, the things that they don't like to see and that they bury like in their daily lives, we start pointing things out and we act as if it's normal when for them it's not at all. Yeah. And to them it's not at all a normal thing. Most of the time these conversations with people they have amongst each other is, did you see that on Facebook? Did you see this person posted that on Facebook? How could they? Oh my gosh. That is most people's conversations when we're not there. So that's it for whatever this was.
Are we gonna take Ma to the store? Okay, we gotta take my mother-in-law to the store. She really wants to go. What does she want to get today?
She's gonna make sinigang.
Oh, she's gonna make sinigang.
Jai-san!
Bro, if you don't know sinigang, like Google it, and that shit is amazing. I'm just saying. Filipino soup. Jai-san!
Bye, guys.
Love y'all. See y'all Sunday for Final Fantasy.